Hey guys, how's everyone doing? Hope you're well. Hope everyone has a happy new year. About 2 days before the new year, depending on when you watch this. Farmertec 200t kit. I've honestly been waiting on the price of these to come down, and at Black Friday, I think it's $207 with free shipping, and if you'll go to their site and order straight from it, you get out of paying sales tax. So, you know, do what you want with that. But if you go buy them from a U.S. seller off eBay or somewhere, you're going to have to pay sales tax on it. But anyway, you know, they were a lot higher when they first come out. But I've done tore the box open. I have no idea what we're going to get into here. I've only had my hands on one other 200T, and we'll just say it wasn't all the way there and it's no longer in our possession. But I have done a complete rebuild on the wife's little 192 Pinkie Pie top handle saw, so their feet's been a little wet in the top handles. So I know there's some videos out there showing builds on these, but I ain't never been one on copying someone else's build. I'm gonna, you know, get it together, get things where I think they need to be, and I have a 16-inch Oregon bar to go on it. It is I'm thinking it came with a full chisel chain. I know it wasn't a safety chain, so, and you know, just gonna go that route with it. So top handles are fun if you're cutting small wood, lemon. They make things a lot easier. It'd also be cool to see what we can do with a, you know, 35cc saw. And I do have a highway pop-up piston to go in it. And I know there's people that don't like pop-ups. I completely understand. I ran into a situation here on a build where I couldn't figure out what the issue was I was having, and it was actually the pop-up hitting the inside of the combustion chamber. So, you know, I get it, totally understand. Then there's a deal with, you know, they can affect the wash pattern on the piston and kind of cause a little turbulence up top. But if you know, angle your transfers right, you can get it to shoot that charge right above that pop up. Starter cover, is that magnesium? I don't think so. No, it's plastic. Just built pretty heavy, really. It's like the same rope you get and everything from this saw up to a 660 kit, and it's sometimes it breaks, sometimes it don't. I've got saws here that it's been in over a year, and one of the recent ones I just built, it snapped on second pull. You know, it is what it is. There's one heavy little handle. Does that mean it's good? I guess. I don't know. Built pretty good, seem to be. I have no idea. Make sure you guys are in the frame. Some freaking cardboard wrapped up in plastic. I have no idea. We'll lay it up top anyway. Gaskets. Gaskets are a good thing. And the deal with these are, they have a floating crank, I guess you could say. Bearings are not pressed to the crank, or the crank pressed in, or, you know, we like to heat and shrink things here and do it that route. So this thing shouldn't take too awful long to assemble. Muffler, it's aluminum. We'll have to figure out something there, some kind of muffler mod, probably just end up drilling some holes here in the exit. I know there's some places build covers you can get and put on them, but I'm not into spending big amounts of money for a muffler cover. I had bought a couple highway muffler covers, but it was honestly, I really didn't have one. There's our tank assembly. Fuel line already installed. That's a good thing. Is the crankcase already pre-assembled? No. Okay, no crank in it. There's a crankcase assembly. Kind of weird it wasn't in a box. Normally the larger ones are in a box. Flywheel. Like a flywheel. I know this is boring. Chain brake handle. I honestly thought that was actually part of the damn, but on the 192 it's part of the clutch cover. Kind of weird. Something I'm assuming is buried down in here. There's the top plastic trigger assembly. It is a lot different than what the hell? Is all of this gonna have to be assembled? There's no trigger installed in it that I'm seeing. This thing may end up turning into a nightmare to put together. I really would have thought that it all would have been assembled together. I guess not. Not even seeing a switch. Chain brake hardware. Again, that goes into the clutch cover, which I've not found yet. I'm sure it's here in the bottom. And here's our big bag of random goodies you get with all these saws. And our trigger assembly and everything's in there. That's kind of a letdown on that, having to put all of that together, but whatever, it is what it is. There's our baby crankshaft. Ain't that cute? Alright, what else? We found the crank. Not sure what we're going to find in here. Carburetor. Baby carburetor. Let's hope it's good. I've heard the 200t carbs can kind of be a nightmare. I'm sure this is piston and cylinder kit. Like I said, we got to pop up for hours. And I highly doubt me videoing this build. Maybe once we get to the port work part of it, but like I said, I've not assembled one. That's kind of weird. They put the clutch assembly. It's a spur. I kind of figured I would have got a rim sprocket. These do have quad port transfers, but they're an open port design, which that's fine. I really don't frown on open port stuff the way some people do. The way I do the transfers on a lot of my stuff, it ends up kind of being a I wouldn't say open port, but it's a little different. More plastic parts. This is basically just to show somebody what you'll get in the kit if you decide to buy one. Cool. And for the life of me, I'll never figure out how they put all this in a box. Air filter cover, air filter. I've had thoughts on dyeing this black. The way those guys did in that other video. I've dyed some plastic black, but I don't know, I'm not going to get on the bandwagon of dyeing everything, I guess. Don't get me wrong, it looks good. Clutch cover kind of sucks that I got to put all the guts in it. And I'm assuming they done this to make it a lot easier to package, and you know, they never intended for people to put these together. It's a parts kit. So remember that if you buy it and there's no instructions, it was never intended to be put together. It's a complete repair parts kit. Some of us figured out, hey, I can put the whole saw together. Bag of bolts. my wife came out of the shop, so we paused the camera a couple times. We're about done. Probably the second most boring unboxing on YouTube, other than my 660 unboxing. And wait till we get to the 460. There's our oiler. Kind of looks about identical to the one that went in the 192. Sure, it's different though. And you always get a bag of rubber stuff, or yeah, that's a bag of rubber stuff, some lines. And a lot of people throw this stuff away, but I'll tell you, I've really not had a problem with the Farmertec lines. I even order them when I make a big order. I've got saws here that's been sitting with fuel in them over a year, and you know, my 660 was built, it was around Christmas of last year, and take note, I built several of those. You just seen the two that we bought and done. I'm gonna get rid of those once we get some time on them, but I've not had a problem with any of the rubber parts or lines. I know 2 or 3 years ago it was pretty much garbage and useless, but I'll get an intake boot every now and then that don't fit quite right, but I ain't had a problem. But knock on wood, all of these will turn hard as rocks and leak fuel everywhere. But this is part of the air filter box assembly. Something else in the bottom. What is it? I've honestly got a 200t cover over here and a good emblem that we're gonna stick on this. It probably aggravates somebody, but you know, we usually really don't care what other people think around here anyway, so stick it on it anyway. I think we'll probably just leave this one white. I mean, we have a pink top handle. So we'll just leave this one with its natural colors, and you know, once we get to the 460, we may dye some plastic on that. I've kind of had thoughts of doing a whole saw completely satin black. I've not decided on what yet, but I have dyed some 372 top plastic. May show that sometime in the future, but it's gonna turn out pretty nice, I think. And we got a couple 288s here. I've shown the drawer that we need to build. I think I have everything here to put one together, a nice one, minus a clutch cover. I've got an old busted up one, but I've got stuff here to redo a Homelight Super XL. I've got a lot of Macs here that need work on them, but you have to be in the mood to fool with the Mac. It's just, we'll just leave it at that. And anyone that argues that, well, I'm just, to each their own, I'm gonna guess or say. But thank you guys for watching. Y'all have a happy new year. Hope 2022 goes well for you. Y'all have a good one.